Right. So, haven't done a video in a little bit. I have been busy working and trying to get consistently back in the gym. Um, but yeah, this you can see the title of this video and just get straight into it. First thing, the game changers. Oh yeah, don't mind the stuff in the back. This is an off the cuff video. I didn't feel like tidying up the place more than I normally do. So there's that. The game changers. Now, I have seen all of the health foods documentaries on Netflix. I've seen them all. Name every single one. I've seen it. Start off with Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and then work your way over to Forks Over Knives, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Every single one that is current that was ever on Netflix, I have seen. Right, and I was like, okay. Uh, then this one came along, and I didn't even finish it. I couldn't even finish it. Like going through while the video was while the documentary was playing, I just sat there and just in my mind was like mentally dissecting or debunking, I guess is what the street term is, um, all of what they were saying, or not all of what they were saying, like most of what they're saying, and what might be right in theory or in a general sense, but the way they're taking it, you could tell it's like, okay. I could not even finish that thing. It was very, very dishonest. And to know what I'm talking about, just just go watch it. Just go watch it. You know? Yeah, it's giving them the views, but whatever. So take me for example. Like I said, I've seen all of them, and what is it? The first one actually prompted me to get this thing. Hmm? So I did. I have it. Okay. And just to be honest, it worked. It did work. It did work. I started doing the juicing. I was juicing nothing but vegetables, all the vegetables that could produce juice. Kale roots, standard issue. Well, fruits and vegetables, apples, oranges, carrots, all that. And it worked. And you know what? The logic made sense. It's like your body is breaking down stuff. Why not give it the most broken down thing possible, which is liquid? It made sense. If your body can't absorb liquid, you're fucked, right? So the logic made sense to me, all right? And it worked. I started doing it, and in addition to lifting weights, cardio, and then the raw, not so much raw food, but uh, the juicing, and then as far as solids go, it was chicken, fish, rice, with some mozzarella cheese sprinkled on top, and olive oil sprinkled on top of that, on top of the rice, right? So that was pretty much my diet day in, day out. All these mixed fruits and vegetables juiced, and then chicken, fish, rice, mozzarella cheese sprinkled on top, and olive oil, and that was my diet for a while, and it worked great. That mixed with 30 minutes of just walking up an incline, a 15-degree incline, for 30 minutes after I had done 5x5 strong lifts, the weights, strong lifts 5x5. In about 6 weeks of doing that day in, day out, I went from this was years back. I went from 345 down to 291 in 6 weeks, and you can't tell me that that's just water weight, obviously, right? So 6 weeks dropped. The first 3 days that I started that thing, the whole juice business, energy was infinite. I couldn't sleep for like about 3 days. For like a good 70 something hours, I was like wide awake, right? I went from being wide awake to being in that zombie state where you're just on autopilot to back to being wide awake and fresh for about 3 days, and then I finally crashed and hibernated. Um, Also, I shit black tar for 3 days. Black tar. It was either black or brown enough to where it seemed like it was black. So yeah, cleansed to say the least. Long and short of it, it worked. But I never went on this vegan only business. I never went on this vegetarian only business, even when it was plant based. Uh, liquid plant, and yeah, plant liquid based. I still always had meat, and I still always had solid foods. My mom always told me like, no, don't. My mom is like a certified pharmacist, pharmacist in down in Jamaica, right, in the West Indies. And so her experience over all those decades is like, no, do not go on just liquids unless your doctor tells you because of some condition or you're trying to prepare for something. Don't stay on liquids. Your body needs, your internal organs, muscles needs solid food to help keep the muscles going. If you just do liquids, your muscles are going to atrophy. So there's that. Never did do the whole vegan thing, and the reason for that is, well, look, I can give up the red meat. You stay away from the red meat. Hell, you can stay away from the pork. Okay, fine. Bacon's nice, but okay, all right. I'm not giving up my chicken and my fish. You dig? You know, like no. Much like cheesecake and Jello, chicken and fish, I am not giving up. I'm not giving up my salmon. Costco, the big thing of salmon. Costco, for like what, $33 or 20 something bucks, $29. The 1, 2, 3, like what, 6 or 8 pack of chicken breasts for $22 at Costco. Like giant things of chicken breasts for 20. Not giving that up. Nope. But I never got into it, and I suppose that's the reason why my experience being close to veganism or vegetarianism was such a success, because I never went off the deep end with it, which now leads to these two people. YouTube's vegetarian Hitler, in one Vegan Gains, right? And then, of course, the person that he's been slamming on for a while now, a Frank Tufano. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I sat there and watched a couple of Vegan Gains videos slamming on this dude, and then actually went over to his channel, Frank's channel, looked around, and was like, yeah, you know what, this is actually a pretty cool guy. Like, I don't know why. I mean, is it just Vegan Gains and his ilk just slamming on somebody? Does it seem like a giant majority, and maybe it's just a loud minority? I don't know. This Frank dude seems pretty cool. Seems alright. Seems alright. If what Vegan Gains output as far as Frank's workout, his movement in the workouts is concerned, that is something that somebody needs to get at him, help him out a bit. But short of that, assuming that's actually correct, assuming that's correct, because look, I've been on YouTube for a while, and I've seen a lot of these people in different sectors of YouTube, the MGTOW, the vegans, the this, the that. I've seen a lot of them come and go, and for the ones that are here for a while, I remember a lot of the history and beef with them. So, you know, let's just say I don't take everything Vegan Gain says as truth. Having said that, I've been going back and forth with them. Well, not with them, but looking back and forth at their stuff, and it all comes down to the one same simple thing that you can find in the Bible, you can find in, I don't know, science, you can find everywhere. Moderation in all things. The meat eaters seem to have all this data and science backing up them and saying, going off the deep end with the vegans is detrimental to your health. And of course the vegans have their own stuff, and I already know it. I don't need to hear it. Like the red meat, the reason why people have gout more often times than not is because of red meat, right? I've never heard of anybody getting gout from chicken or fish. Now, oh my God, if you eat meat, oh my God, look. Civilizations all over the world have been eating meat for the longest time. The Japanese, even now, despite the introduction of the Western diet from World War II on, they are still averaging the longest lifespans on the planet. And those motherfuckers stay eating their fish with their sushi, stay eating their octopus live, um, all that stuff, right? So, you know, uh, sorry, you know. So no, no, no. Meat is not the problem. A good cross section of all things, meat and vegetables. Now, which one is it based? Here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, this whole argument of meat versus plants or carnivore versus herbivore, vegan versus whatever. Every time I hear this argument, I think pesticides versus growth hormones. Do you people honestly think that you're free no matter which way you go? If you have meat, you're eating the growth hormones. If you sit there chewing on a fucking celery stick or broccoli or kale, whatever, good luck getting filled on that crap. But short of that, you're also taking the pesticides. Look, the only people who I don't have shit to say to are the people growing their own food, raising their own animals, know exactly what's going in what, right, as far as the animal feeding, and I'll get on that in a second, and what's going on as far as the plants. Or you know somebody who's doing it, you're getting your stuff from them, which usually, if not always, means local. Short of that, sit the hell down. Sit your ass down. You're eating. It's either growth hormones or pesticides. Pick one, or both. In regards to that whole growing your own food or knowing somebody who's growing their own stuff so you know what's going on with that, I really have to drive that home to people that this whole thing of organic is all BS. It's a whole lot of BS, right? And then grass fed. Ah, yeah. See, I did Uber, and a couple of things that Uber did, but one of those things that Uber allowed me to do was talk to people, right? And the reason why I believed certain things that certain people said is because I was just a lowly Uber driver at the time, right? So they really had nothing to gain by lying and nothing to lose by telling the truth. And so I learned a lot of stuff. I got gained a lot of knowledge talking to people. For example, I mean, I did Uber 3.5 years in DC, right? In Washington, DC, like literally the city DC. That was interesting. And the surrounding Montgomery County area. A little bit over here in Frederick too for a small time. Learned a lot. One thing is that this whole Me Too thing, there's a lot of people in DC, a lot of dudes obviously, and a whole bunch of women, a lot more women than anybody's willing to admit, that if they could, you want to talk about draining the swamp, that would have drained the swamp if you could get rid of these people in government off some Me Too business, the way you can get rid of people in Hollywood. That's one. There's a lot of people that need to watch out. A lot of dudes and a hell of a lot of women. But the other thing that I also learned is that, for example, these grass-fed things, I talked to this one lady and she talked to a local butcher. She said that butcher told her that whole grass-fed business, a lot of it's a load of BS. There are a few that are like that, but chances are it's a lot of BS. I don't know if there is a law that says like, oh, they have to be fed for a certain amount of time, but basically what he told her and what she relayed to me is that a lot of the things that are saying that they're grass fed, they're only grass fed for like maybe an hour to 3 hours out of the day, and then the rest of the day they're right back to eating that bullshit foolishness that everybody's saying is also unhealthy for them, right? So again, I have to stress this: unless it's local, and you can, like, I don't know, go in there and see what the hell's going on, or better yet, you're just raising your own animals, right? And growing your own vegetables. Don't bother wasting your money on organic. Don't bother wasting your money on grass fed because it's like organic, pesticide free. Well, what is pesticide free? I mean, hell, something can be sugar free, but there's like less than 1% or whatever the hell of sugar, right? It's pesticide free according to whose rules? Free from all pesticides? Probably not. Uh, Free from pesticides according to the government because it's below a certain threshold. That's a little bit different from what people would think of as pesticide free, um, growth hormone free. Just so, yeah, just a little thing to put in here. Um, yeah, you that whole organic is BS, right? The simple fact of the matter is, unless you're growing your own shit, you honestly don't know. And if what this butcher told this lady and she told me is correct, chances are you're just spending more money. So, yeah, there's that. Back to the rest of the video. This is before I go to the gym. My little homemade pre-workout, which is really just a shit ton of protein. What's in this? Yogurt. So, okay. Yogurt, peanut powder. That P2B or whatever it is. Costco. Peanut powder. A whole apple, whole carrot, whole banana, a bunch of other mixed vegetables in like the miscellaneous pack, the mixed fruits, and I think a kiwi, maybe not. Yeah. I wanted to be one of those bros at the gym with the protein drinks, but without a protein drink, an actual protein drink, not the whatever. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah, people, sorry, but you need to have a good cross section of stuff. Now, as to which one you want it based in, plant based with meat or meat based with plants, I don't know. It's been my thought that okay, you have pesticides in the plants, you have growth hormones in the meat, but perhaps maybe each one will counteract the other one. Meaning, not the plants and the growth hormone, the pesticides and growth hormones. No, but the benefits of eating plants and the benefits of eating meat, I would like to think would counteract the negatives of eating just one or the other, right? That mixed with obviously lifting weights and doing cardio, and then just like taking a shit ton of water. And then the only thing that I have noticed that all sides agree on, and this is all sides, the vegans and the meat eaters, and this is at least up there with, I don't know, Android versus Apple and atheist versus theist. They all seem to agree on one thing, and that is limit the sugar. Everybody seems to be at least agreeing on that bit of middle ground, is to limit the sugar. Yeah, and I've yet to see anybody say increase the sugar, which seems to make sense considering that everything that we eat short of water turns to sugar. I remember biology class from high school. No, nutrition class from college. Nutrition class. Anything ending in ose, sucrose, fructose, glucose. I have glucose. I think is galactose one, or is that made up? I don't know. Maltose, is that also one? Galactose, maltose. Anything ending in ose, right? Everything we eat turns to some kind of ose, right? So meat, vegetables, everything turned to some form or fashion of os, even if it also turns to something else. So you don't need to go adding extra oses in there, right? Um, so yeah, limit the sugar, and that brings us back to this thing. The reason why I stopped using that thing, and let's just be honest right now, I am going to start using that thing again at some point because I paid $3 short, $3 and something cents short of $500 for that shit. You'd best believe I'm going to start using it again, right? But I'm not going to use it now. The, the reason why I stopped using it is just because I just happened to stop. It's the same reason why I stopped going to the gym religiously 3 days a week on the 5x5 thing. I'm trying to get back to it, but it hasn't worked. Um, I stopped, just stopped. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't hard. I just happened to stop. Um, but the reason why I've probably been hard on getting back on it is because this is what I had before. And this stuff, I still get it liquefied enough, but I also get the fiber, the roughage, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? And that stuff helps with the bowel movements, helps to clean, scrub out your insides, clean you out, right? It kind of makes that, what is it? Not milk of magnesium citrate or whatever it is. It kind of makes that not really needed, especially if you drink a lot of water with it, which I plan on doing. But you get enough liquefied enough to where your body can still absorb it, but then you also get the fiber, roughage, whatever you want to call it, and with that, it's just straight liquid. With this Breville thing, juicer, it's just straight liquid. The fiber is caught in that container collector, and it's like, you don't really want to go just dumping it back into the thing. Just kind of also halfway defeat the purpose of juicing. So that's the thing. Like, just don't go crazy with this whole thing. Atkins diet, I wouldn't recommend that. Just meat. Just you gotta give your body a break. You gotta give, what is it, your kidneys or your liver or something, a break from all the animal protein. Plants, you could probably eat until your stomach is physically to maximum capacity and probably still feel hungry. And just no, sorry. There's not going to be enough cabbage in the world that's going to make you get full. No. Moderation in all things, a good cross section, people. That's it. Just a balanced fucking diet. Balanced diet of, if you don't know which one to base it in, plant based but some meat, or meat based with some plants, just do 50-50. Just just tap dance on that fence. Don't go off left or right. 50-50. 50% meats, 50% or 25% meats, 25% fruits, 25% vegetables, 25%, I don't know, water. I don't know. Um, yeah. But I would not advise anybody to eat strictly meat. Sorry, Atkins diet. And vegan, vegan. That's cute. No. And oh, last thing before I go, anybody who wants to show me these athletes that are vegan only, just only vegan, and this is verified, this is provable, this is not just them saying it. Good luck doing that. Um, yeah, I would like to see some Olympic drug testing done on those motherfuckers. Like, it's bad enough it doesn't matter how good your diet is and how perfect it is. At the elite levels of today's games, today's athletic competitions, uh, unless you're getting some straight up like super vegan, super animal, like unless you're getting charged up, gassed up, if you know what I mean, no amount of freaking kale and acai berries or whatever is gonna make you compete with that. All right, no amount of steaming the meat and not cooking it and what? No, no, no. Okay, maybe weekend warriors, or maybe like not the NFL, but the people that wanted to be in the NFL but couldn't, like that indoor football league. Yeah, maybe them. Okay, fine, but when you get to the elite levels of whatever, right? All those motherfuckers are on some stuff. So don't give me any vegan this or vegan that. All right? No, like, oh my god, they were vegan only and vegan power lift. Nope. You're not fooling me. Sorry. You're not gonna. No, 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 no. Not at those up there levels where money's on the fucking line. No, they're not gonna trust on your carrot juice. All right. Fuck out of here. So that's that. Um, um, Vegan Hitler said, "Oh, speaking of vegan Hitler, yo, vegan gains, man. What's up with that fight, man? It seemed like you wanted to fight Jason Yaya, blah blah blah. How the hell do you say this man's name? Blah 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 blah. Is that it? You wanted to fight him, and he looks like he's bobbing and weaving, dodging you like the fucking Matrix. What's up with me, man? I wouldn't mind fighting you. Like, I wouldn't mind. We both appear to be big. You are 6 something apparently, and however much you are, I am 6'7" and 350. We both apparently seem to know enough of some martial arts to be, I guess, of consequence. I know I am. So what's up, man? What's up? In any case, there's that. And for Frank Tufano, the dude seems cool. He seems like a good guy. I subscribe to him. He seems cool. Um, People keep complimenting me on my teeth. How, especially from that cigar video, how my teeth look damn white and perfect, dude. I need to find out what the hell you're doing with your teeth. I have the Sonicare toothbrush and the Listerine and the floss. I even have the tongue brush to scrub your tongue. I don't want to hear none of that, dude. What the hell are you doing to get those kind of teeth, my man? So there's that. And that's it, people. Moderation in all things. Later.